Mrs. Volpe from our Half Acre Homestead, and it's Christmas Day, and I just could not wait to show you what Papa bought me for Christmas. I have the, thank you son, I have the Sam Bear TS 110 meat grinder. Now this puppy can grind apparently chicken bones, but you wouldn't want to grind anything bigger. But what it has, I just want to give you a brief rundown because we're going to give it our first trial run. This has an on-off, reverse, and circuit breaker button on it. It has a storage place for the cord. I'm just so very excited. We are going to grind some meat. What I've got from the butcher is the pieces that they use to make for ground beef. When I show you the assembly, I'm going to show you some extra parts. But first, we're going to put this. One of the beautiful things about this meat grinder is this is cast aluminum, and here is a spiral right inside this. I don't know how well you can see that, and that helps actually push the meat forward. You don't always see that. There's an arrow here that shows which way it goes into the meat grinder. Also, there is a locking mechanism so that this doesn't just go on and turn. There's a little spot that it will lock in place. Now you take the large square end, put it down into the gullet of your meat grinder. This is a common misconception. You want the sharp end of the blades facing out towards the plate that the meat is going to go through, because the meat gets pushed against the plate and the blades slice it. Let's just get this on here, and then this just screws right down like that, and then I'll show you what this comes with. Now in here, I think I may have, there we go. This has a little divot for this to go in, and then lefty loosey, righty tighty, you tighten that right down. There. That's not going to go anywhere. Then of course your feeding tray sits on top. Now what I wanted to show you before we start grinding is it comes with the blade I put on there is a medium blade, and it comes with the larger hole die and its own blade, and the finer meat die and its own blade. And if you notice, I have these in their own little plastic tubs. The reason I have these different blades with their different dies in their own tubs is because you're going to get different wear on each die from the blade. So each die should have its own blade, and you shouldn't mix them up. Not that you won't, but I mean, it makes it easier and makes the blade wear down less and your die wear down less if it has its own companion blade. All right, now that I've talked, oh, and of course we have our different size sausage funnels, and we're going to get to that, and we're going to make some rabbit sausage this week. But right now, first we're going to test our meat grinder and see how it goes. And of course it comes with this plunger, and it's hollow plastic, but you know, it makes it easier to wash. Can I have a bowl for the meat?
You can build a wood one.
So I'm going to say I've got probably 3 pounds of meat here. We're going to see how fast this is, and we didn't trim this, so let's go and have some fun with this. One thing I forgot to tell you, before you assemble all your parts, wash them with hot soapy water and then rinse them with boiling water so that any machine oil or oil in packing or contaminants in packing don't end up in your meat. And Bob's your uncle, I'm going to say that took about 2.5 minutes even with the pause. So, now our next decision is, do we want to grind this finer? So we're just going to unhook this.
I didn't see anything in the tube.
Be really careful, folks. These blades are sharp. There's almost no stuff left. We've decided that since we're going to do rabbits this week, all we're going to do with this is ground meat. The rabbits, most of are older, tougher rabbits. We're going to make those into sausage, so we're just going to save this for ground beef. But we're going to run it through the next size of blade down just for fun and to see how fine this really works, because we're going to make sausage later this week. And there we go, folks. We have ground meat, ground beef, ready for hamburgers, seasoned with onion and garlic. And I'm just going to package these up with some butcher paper and pop them in the freezer. And probably one day this week, this is perfect for spaghetti. I don't know if you can see me. Perfect for spaghetti or hamburgers. But that finer blade, that last blade, will be perfect for sausage meat. It really is. Anyway, later this week we're going to be dispatching a couple of rabbits. So we're probably going to be, because they're older rabbits, we're going to be grinding them and making rabbit sausage. Okay, folks. Also, or Wolfie, got for Christmas wild game processing knife set. And isn't that lovely? What are these things? These are bone shears or? Okay, and it comes, oh awesome, and it comes with a bone saw. What's this knife?
It's a butcher knife.
Okay, and we've got a skinning knife and a boning knife and...
Skinning knife, fillet, skinning.
Okay. And it comes with the sharpening tool and all that stuff. And it comes with a great 2-hour DVD so that that shows him the whole thing. Point being is we are going to be dispatching some rabbits this week. So between his field dressing kit and my meat grinder, I don't know what we're going to come up with for a video, but you can bet you're going to want to look forward to it. I also got this wonderful spice rack with just about every spice under the sun in it. And that's beautiful. That was for my mummy-in-law. What hubby's taking out of the box is what else he got me for Christmas this year, which I'm very excited about. You saw me slicing bacon on a little plastic T-Fel meat slicer. But this is what Santa Claus brought me this year. Oh my, 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 my. Looky there, folks. That will definitely hold a whole piece of bacon rather than cutting it smaller. Ooh. Nice. Very nice. I got another Peppy Hush. I got another mandolin slicer. And for my friend Judy, I was very envious because I'm pretty sure it was either Cat's Cradle or I'm Still Working had one of these, a Vidalia Chop Wizard, and we've used that. I use that for the onions and the apple for the stuffing. We used it to cut up our potatoes and our turnip at dinner time for tonight's Christmas dinner. So I'm just a really lucky lady. I got all these wonderful things. It's going to make my canning life and preserving life so much easier this year. From our half-acre homestead saying Merry Christmas. I hope everybody's had a wonderful one and that the new year is going to be twice as grand. Take care.